Everybody loves sunshine.
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 Everybody loves sunshine, the podcast.
Next to Minati, ya tú sabes, everybody loves sunshine. The podcast.
I see you. Like you don't want to do it, and it's okay. I'm not telling you what to do, but I just think it'll be in your best interest if you check out Everyone Loves Sunshine. I'm just saying. You heard it first. Peace.
Yo, it's your girl, baby, and everybody loves the Sunshine Podcast. Bitch, you better be fucking listening, because if you're not fucking listening, I swear to God.
Everybody else loves sunshine. I just want to fuck it.
You right. Okay, because I'm trying to figure out how we doing this.
I need the music. I mean, wait, is it you have background music? It's supposed to be background music?
My intro.
I mean, you can't just do that in post.
Yeah, I could do that, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you can just start.
Yeah, you can just start.
She wanted to do the whole grand.
Okay, so when because I'm used
That'd be
to.
better on post too.
I do that in post all the time.
Yeah, that'd be better afterwards. So go ahead.
I just don't like how y'all so buddy, because y'all dated fucking Geminis. Like now we're friends.
No,
We've been through the fire.
He hasn't dated Gemini.
It's been a while.
I'm the only one that needs therapy.
Okay, so when I originally started my podcast before, when we did mic check, I was a little bit insane with the mic check because, I like the on the mic. But I'm not going to do that here. So I need the intro so that I can get myself used to having a start, having a finish, because that's how I'm used to doing it. But since it's 2024 and we're going to try different things, I also need to know which camera I'm looking into. This one, right? Because, I got a mean side jaw. That's why I'm the GOAT. So I got to make sure that I'm kind of turning so that when I'm looking at the camera and looking there, but then I can't see how it looks there.
No, don't even worry about it. Don't worry about
It's going to make me self-conscious because, it's the squeaky shoe.
Good. You look great.
It's
Just
the
looking
squeaky
at
shoe.
that. Look, right there.
Yeah, but if I look there, then I can't look here and I can't see at the same time.
It's like shooting a music video. Like, you can't spend time thinking about.
You're not a girl. It's different.
What's it mean?
It's different for girls. Okay, so
I can't be on camera looking like a bum. What you
I know, but it's different for girls. Our angle and how our hair is laid and all that. I even bought clips just to put in my hair so that my hair doesn't move a lot, so that I don't be doing this all damn day. I'm telling you. Okay. I'm telling you what I know. It's crazy. So I'm gonna see what I got going on right now. Let me see. So all of this is being recorded, and then we're gonna edit it out and do all that stuff later, right? Okay. So I don't know. I haven't done an intro in a long time,
Is there
so.
no way that you can do the intro?
No, I don't need it.
Just give me
I don't need it. I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna go live anyway.
I'm about to sound mad.
Cause I can always look. Okay, so if the camera is here,
Give me a second. Look, check this out.
what?
'Cause I know you need it.
See?
I forgot I got your email.
You too damn happy for me. Yeah, but that part we taking out, right?
Yeah.
The front part.
Just for you getting your groove.
We're starting late. Okay. Right.
All right.
I don't like how you just patronize me like that. Like, you just did it because you wanted me to shut the fuck up. That was it, right? Okay, so I haven't done this in like 6 months. So, like, I'm really trying to get back into it and trying to get more comfortable with it because I've been missing my podcast. But with everything that's been going on in the last 6 months, I'm finally ready to go back to doing my podcast and doing my lives, but I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm not going to be on Facebook that much. I'm not going to be on, not that much. I'm not going to have the podcast completely on Facebook, and it's not going to be completely on Instagram. You're just going to get a little teaser, a little snippet, a little sneeze, and then I'm going to cut y'all asses off. Go subscribe to my shit.
Fair enough.
That works, right? Okay.
That makes
so,
sense.
yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's what you're going to get. So, I'm going to start now, right? So, okay. Oh, and I can't call myself the goat throat anymore. It's not politically correct for where I'm going with this, y'all. So, today it's official. I'm no longer the goat throat. I'm barely the fetish queen. And now I'm just going to have my podcast. Look, it's giving me a twitch that I can't call myself the goat throat. I kind of like that name. So now my podcast is called Everybody Loves Sunshine because it's more politically correct. Because I was told that I need to clean myself up a little bit. So I probably won't have my lingerie on as much as I used to. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so emotional right now. There's so many things going in my mind. So I'm just going to start. Thank you for tuning in. Everybody Loves Sunshine, the podcast. We are live at the Content Kings Studio, downtown Tampa. Beautiful, cold as hell downtown Tampa. This is definitely not my Florida weather that I came here for. But since I got to deal with it now, that's what we're going to deal with. Also, Trell, please. Because you know I got that lazy eye thing, right? Okay, so can you make sure my eyes like staying like in one spot and it's not like moving around and shit? Because, you know, sometimes that happens when I'm like looking at one thing, but I'm really looking at something else because I get confused a little bit. So just make sure like my eye is not doing that because it looks really ugly when my eyes do that. Okay, thank you. So this is just like a kind of like cut and paste type thing. We're not even really live doing everything. We're just practicing so that I can get back into it. And I have a special guest with me, and I'm going to let him introduce himself because if you thought I had a lot of AKAs, he got a lot of damn AKAs.
Oh, that many AKAs.
Yeah, you have that many AKAs. You have like 15 of them. I counted them.
It's
I counted
not
them.
15.
Well, you know, I'm dramatic, so it's 15. I counted all of your AKAs, so we're going to go ahead to Gats, and you're going to AKA it out because, I mean, I like all your AKAs.
There's like 4.
Well, I counted 15.
All right, well, it's your boy Gats, GAT $. Don't forget the $, La Pina in the flesh, Super Saturn, Fidel Cash Flow, but most importantly, Big Bank Bobby. We're here. Everybody Loves Sunshine. That was not 15. Don't play with me like that. That was not 15.
How many was that?
Gats.
Uh-huh.
And then I spell the name out because when I used to like start off, right, when I changed my name to Gats, people would like do extra shit on flyers and it would piss me off. My name is Gats. It's GAT $. So they would like forget the $, or they put like a Z on there. There's no fucking Z on my name.
Yeah, I did that once.
Yeah, don't do that. So I started spelling it out. And then it was like, don't forget the $, because people would try to play me to do like shows, and I'd be like, all right, so like, how much I'm getting paid for it? And they're like, yeah, well, we just thought you come pull up and rap, and I'm like, I don't rap for free. So it became like just a mantra for myself, to like to remember that everything I do has value. So that's just one name, Gats, GAT $. Don't forget the $. Like that's a whole thing. And then there's La Pina, so that's 2. Mm-hmm. Super Saturn, Fidel Cash Flow, Big Bang Bobby. We have 5.
Well, they'll actually 6 because if you
5.
No, because you have to include the fact that you had to spell it out.
No, that's not.
You said,
That's
don't
not.
forget the $.
That's not an
so
AK.
The $, makes it another AKA.
No.
I'm just telling you. I'm not an English major, but I'm just telling you what I know.
Guess who is an English major?
Oh shit! So I can't talk shit to you. Okay, so we're gonna move right along from that.
Shout out
But
USF.
I just want to say
Thank you for the 5 fucking years and all the money I spent over there, and y'all can't win a fucking football game. Y'all ass. But thank you for the degree.
Oh, but I do want to say, and when you Google search your name, you have to use the $, or nobody's gonna find it.
Exactly.
Okay, because I did that, and I was like, why is this like this? It was driving me nuts, and then I said, oh, because you didn't spell it right.
Yep.
Made so much sense. So we're just gonna get right into it, because damn, that means I can't say the other sexual shit too, right? God Dang it.
There's nothing sexual with my name.
No, because I was getting ready to say, let's get into it, because you know I like to get deep into it. But I can't do that. So we're going to move right along from that, too. I'm working on it. I'm cleansing myself.
All right.
Thank you. Work with me. I'm still a work in progress. So, you just came in from California. So I just want to say that the first time I met you was like just a random, coincidence. And then when I was over at Flow Ohio, I don't know, we were talking, and then I was like, oh, yeah, I just met him, da-da-da-da. And they were like, oh, he's an awesome rapper, da-da-da-da. And they went into this whole thing. So now I have to Google search you because I'm nosy as fuck. So I Google search you, and I'm like, oh, wow, he's very talented. So then we had a few conversations after that, and I was like, you know what? This is a very talented person. Now, I don't normally do artist interviews, and the reason I don't do them is not because I don't like artists, not because they're not, interesting or intelligent or anything of that nature, but because I feel like people ask y'all the same questions every time, because every artist interview I see, it's how long you been a rapper, cue you.
Yeah, I've been a rapper for, I don't even know at this point. I've been rapping for a very long time.
Then they ask you questions like, why did you start rapping?
My older brother was rapping. I wanted to be cool. I thought my older brother was the coolest person in the world. So it was like, okay, if he's rapping, I'm rapping. So, and the thing is, like, the other things that he did, like, some of it I really can't talk about on air. But, like, like he played football. I couldn't play football because I was sick as a child. I mean, I have sickle cell, so like that was never gonna happen. Right. So that was how we bonded,
And then they asked what, like, so who's your favorite rapper?
Myself.
Oh, okay. I heard that shit.
Yeah,
that's that Big Bang Bobby shit.
like I'm gonna sit here and talk about somebody else or talk about me, like. And the thing is, like, there's definitely rappers that I have, infinite amounts of respect for, rappers that I've learned things from. Influences, people who do things that I'm like, yeah, that's tight. I want to do stuff akin to that. But I make the music that I want to hear. So, I'm not going to put anybody in front of me, period.
That works for me.
Yeah, if I wanted to sit here and talk about somebody else being my favorite rapper and it's not myself, then you know what I could do? I could just stop rapping and become a fan.
Well, how would you describe your music then?
Chaotic. I feel like my music on a lyrical sense is really just reflecting on life. And like life can be, it's music about balance, I think. Life is a very chaotic thing for most people, but it's balance. You have highs and you have lows, and you got to have highs in order to have lows. So, I'll have a song and I'll be talking about going through whatever crisis I'm going through in life, having whatever issues, the loss of my brother or, systematic racism or things going wrong in the country and poverty and all that. And then, like, 2 songs later, I'm talking about strippers. It just is what it is. Like, life is very multifaceted in that way. So I try to just kind of give my point of view on things. And it's not just necessarily say that I'm right or I'm wrong. It's just, hey, these are things that I've gone through. These are things that I'm experiencing. And this is how I'm, like, looking at it. And I hope that me talking about my experiences and things that I've gone through and persevered through gives hope and strength to other people. Because sometimes, when you're going through something, you feel like, oh man, I'm the only person that's gone through something like this. And if you hear somebody else talk about it, it gives you a little bit more strength to handle your situations. So.
Okay, so before you left to go to Cali,
yeah,
we had a conversation about a performance you did at Rolling Loud in New York. I was so fascinated by this whole thing because it seems like it's like a whole process. Like I know you posted and all that other stuff, but it's like a whole process.
It's
So I'm
definitely.
sitting there asking all these questions about, it just seemed like a whole process.
Yeah.
So out of all the performances you did, what was the most amazing experience that you had?
I think the most amazing experience that I've had was Rolling Loud Miami 2021. That was the single most stressful moment of my musical career, period. And it proved to myself that I belonged because a lot of people think that doing a Rolling Loud or doing a festival or doing any type of big show is easy. Like, oh, you just show up, rap, and go home. And there's a lot of people that I've interacted with in Tampa or abroad, but mostly in Tampa, that feel like they have what it takes in order to do those big stages and those big performances, and not understand that I'm kind of a rare breed in the sense that I didn't have a major deal at that time, and I was getting booked on these shows. They had a lot of faith in me as as a truly independent artist to handle my own. You know, a lot of the times, what happens is if you get booked for one of these festivals, right? They're gonna send you a contract, usually 3 to 4 months in advance. So you have a contract that you have to sign along with the NDA. You can't say that you're getting booked on this festival. You can't talk about the festival. You can't talk about the dates. You can't talk about anything like that. When you're going through this particular contract, you have a writer request that you got to fill out, production sheet that you have to fill out, telling them everything that you're going to need in order to do the performance, what your DJ is going to need in order to do the performance. They're telling you when you need to pull up to the performance, things of that nature, whatever the case may be. Plus, they have like special entries into the performance. So it's not like you just walk through the main gate and then they usher you back. There's like a back entrance for all these things. When we did Miami, I wasn't on the Miami festival at first. I was booked for New York, and I knew I was booked for New York, but Miami, I was just going to go to for fun. I hadn't gone to a Rolling Loud in years for fun, like just to like go bullshit and party. So Miami, I'd already had like, we already had the stay and everything like that. I was going to go fuck off, have a good time. They called me a week before and was like, hey, we had somebody drop out and we need a space. We need to fill this space. I know it's short notice, but can you do it? And I'm like, yeah, I can do it. So in a week's time, I had to get my manager together. I had to get my videographer team together. I had to pull all that last minute. We get there, and on the way to the venue, there's an accident on the highway. We divert off on the wrong off-ramp, and it spins us around. So now we're about to be late to the venue. And if you have like a 15-minute window, basically, of like when you're supposed to get there, and if you don't get there, like you missed a set and you missed the payday. So like I'm trying to like still get to the venue. We get there. They're doing searches because somebody tried to sneak a gun in like the day prior. So they amped up all the searches on the way there. So they have like K9 units. My videographer, we both had guns in the car. So he's like, yo, we're going to get stopped. And I'm like, then probably not going to let us in. And he's like, nah. So we Chinese fire drill, get out of the car, everybody except for the videographer. He turns around. We had to like run through the gates. They stopped the car in front of us because they had cocaine in the car. So like there was a whole thing. So like cops was like, yeah, it was crazy. So I was just really just trying to make it. So like we finally get through the gates. It's about 5 minutes from the main gate to the stage that I was performing on. And my DJ luckily was already there. They go-kart us over there, and like I like had to change in the go-kart. So like I had like a particular fit that I was gonna wear, but like you don't wear the fit that you're gonna go like perform on. So like I'm there changing in front of everybody on this fucking go-kart going 30 miles per hour and like just really nuts. I took a shot of tequila and got on stage and like literally started it like on the set time and then just had like a great set. And it's stressful. Like a lot of people just don't understand like the stress that goes into those performances. So when I did that and knowing like the challenges of the 3 hours leading into that particular set and then being able to crush the set and do a good job, just kind of told it was proof to myself that I belonged. I'd have to say that was the one. That's one that's just gonna stick with me forever.
Sound like a whole damn movie. Like while you're telling me, I'm like saying in my head, I'm like, well, I don't know.
And I'm condensing it because there's so much more to it.
You because I see you pausing, so I don't know if that's the. I can't really say that on pause, or if that's the. Damn, that might be too much to tell y'all pause. I see you pausing, so I know that there was other stuff going on.
Yeah,
but
there's some
it
other
just seemed
stuff.
like
It
just seemed like it was a lot. So
Miami's a lot. Every time I go to Miami, something happens, man. Every
I
time.
don't really like Miami. I don't know why everybody likes Miami like that. It's too much traffic. It's just too much traffic. It's too much traffic. It's too much going on. I don't really like Miami, but I mean Miami. I'm not even gonna say anything about Miami.
It's the mini New York. That's all.
Nah.
That's what everybody keeps saying.
Nah.
I've been to both.
Nah, you getting ready to get put out, son.
Nah,
In my whole Brooklyn accent, nah. It's not the
New York.
same.
It's not the same.
I told you. I said it's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not. So
Niggas in New York don't do coke like that. don't do New York like that. No, they just. And the thing is, that just it's Miami's crazy. I have stories, but I can't tell them stories on.
yeah, we're not gonna tell them that. I
do
have New York stories. We'll share some stories one day. I have really good New York stories, but we'll let that go for right now. So anyway, moving forward. We were talking about before you left to go to Cali. How has Cali been treating you?
Cali's been treating me good. I can't complain. Definitely get homesick for sure, for certain. But obviously, I moved to Cali for some business moves, and I can't talk about all of them right now. But a lot of great stuff is in the pipeline, and I'm really thankful that I went out that way. I believe that right now I'm making some of the best music that I've ever made, and to be able to just incubate out there and just work has been a blessing. And with some of the people that I've been able to cross paths with, that those opportunities would have never came in Tampa. Tampa's a small market, and I love being home. However, the opportunities that I wanted, the people that I wanted to network with, were not going to waltz through Tampa casually, Whereas here, I could be in a situation where I'm at the crib and somebody's like, hey, go pull up on Hit Boy and Alchemist. They're over here at this record shop. Go do that. And I go and get to chop it up with Hit Boy and Alchemist. And now it's like, oh, well, Hit Boy knows who you are now. Like, that type of situation doesn't happen in Tampa. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't. And I have to be grateful about it. But, and on the other side of the coin, I did a lot of work in Tampa, and I made a lot of moves here. Being able to be on Rolling Loud, like, that wouldn't have happened if I lived anywhere else. Like, the type of bond that I created working with that team started here in Tampa. It started here across the bridge in St. Pete. The first few shows that I opened for Dope ENT was Will Brennan at the old Orpheum in Ybor, and ASAP Ferg at State Theater when it was still State Theater, and doing those shows. I had a lot of peers and contemporaries here who didn't want to do that show opening grind, right? They're like, nah, if they want me to be on the show, they should book me because of how good I am, or because of the music that I'm making, or whatever the case may be. And I was like, yeah, I get that, but there's a bit of work that comes with it too. You know, we all just can't get signed off of talent. And Wilson and me spent a lot of that time selling tickets, and it was a dirty job. Like no one wants to go and sell tickets at all. Like it's crazy, but we were doing that, and we kept going on shows and shows and shows and shows and shows, and that is what built up the relationship with the guys at Rolling Loud. So then when they had the first Rolling Loud, Gats was on it. I was the only Tampa artist on that. And then when Rolling Loud Year 2 happened, Gats was on it. I didn't do Rolling Loud 3. I was on chemo. And then Year 4, I was back on. And then by that time, Rolling Loud is like this national thing. And people are like, oh, well, how did he get on there? Well,
You was there from the beginning.
I was there from the beginning. I was there from before the beginning, you know? So those things wouldn't have happened if I wasn't here in Tampa as well. So, you know, building up my network and then going out to Cali really has helped, you know? So I got a lot of cool stuff in the pipeline. Y'all just got to wait and see.
Well, that's good. I always like to hear people living their dream and living their truth and expressing themselves without feeling bad, feeling sorry for whatever they said or did, because I do it all the time. That's why I was just fucking off when I said I wasn't going to be nasty. I'm lying. I'm lying, y'all. I am such a liar. So, moving right along, because you know I'm going to do it. So we're going to lighten it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like sometimes we like to talk about like current stuff that's happening in the news and current topics and blase squaze. Now, since you're in Cali now,
Yeah.
it's a little weird out there. That's what I heard.
Yeah. Don't say weird out there though.
Oh yeah, I said I was gonna stop saying that word weird.
Well,
weird?
I mean, you can say weird, just don't say it in Cali.
Why you can't say it's weird in Cali?
It's like calling somebody a bitch.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
You
wow.
can't. You could don't say that out there. They immediately want to like squabble. They immediately want to start fighting.
Well, I don't know why everybody wearing dresses out there. That's what I heard. That's what they doing in Hollywood, ain't it? Because that's what they've been talking about. You never heard of nothing like that? They crazy in Cali? Yeah, I think so. So, as far as this whole new, because we were talking about the Cat Williams situation, and people basically having black men belittle or degrade themselves to become famous. Have you ever been in a situation where somebody just really tried your whole existence, and how did you handle that? Because I'm very curious, because you're very calm and very mellow and very even tone. I want to see what happened when they pissed you off.
I can't talk about that. I can't talk about that.
You have to give me something, because I'm trying not to do too much with you, because I know you can't do a lot. So
Nah, I mean, there hasn't really been too many situations in my career. I can't really even think of it. I mean, there's been situations that people have tried to, I guess, get one over on me or whatever the case may be, but I just remove myself from the types of situations. I've definitely have calmed down quite a bit throughout my years, because me, like, angry is not a good situation for anybody at all. Like, we just not going for that. I remember there was a particular situation about a year or two back where I ran into somebody and me and that person had some words, and those words was going in a not good direction, and I just had to remove myself because it was like, man, like I don't know where you'll take this, but I know where I'll take this, and I have an A&R with me right now. Like, I really can't afford that type of situation. Like, so normally it's just like, hey, you know what? You got it. You got it. Because, like me 10 years ago, different person. Yeah, I remember I was going through something with some people out here, and like, apparently I fractured somebody's like nose or something like that when I jumped in a crowd, and like I don't know, like they never pressed charges, so I don't believe that's what happened. But if that is what happened, they probably deserved it. So I don't even really remember it too much. Somebody told me that like after the fact, like 2 years later, they're like, "Oh yeah, you fractured so and so's face," and I'm like, they should have seen me about it.
So, what's next? What's going on with you? What's next?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I can talk about. What's the timeline this is gonna come out?
I don't know. That's up to him because I'm on his time. So it's
Few
whenever he
weeks.
say. Well, that's if we.
Few days.
Okay, so
You
I
want
want to take it off live right now.
You're just like, cut that bitch off.
Yeah,
I mean, if it's a
cut
few
it off.
days,
alright.
few weeks, So this week I'm in town to do the Battle Rumble on Friday before the Royal Rumble. It's going to be a cool show, rappers and wrestlers. I'm very excited about that. Anytime I get to gang up with,
Rappers and wrestlers.
there's a really nice like cross section between the rap community and the wrestling community.
It's on Friday. You work Friday.
No, I'm off Friday because we got to go to.
Yeah, right in Crowbar, right in Crowbar.
26th?
On the 26th.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
going to Barzilla.
I'm going to Crow's Bar instead.
Yeah,
What time is that?
starts at 6.
Oh, that'd be early. What time
Yeah,
is it?
it's probably gonna end at like 11.
You can do both.
Yeah, you probably and
Y'all always got me doing both. I'm glad y'all believe in my abilities and capability to stay awake.
so I got that going on, and then we got Rolling Loud LA in March. I'll be more than likely debuting a new single that weekend. Jordan Patrick and myself, we've been working on a new EP. It's kind of coming along as it goes, because right now he's been producing for. Yeah, I can talk about this. He's been producing for ASAP Rocky, so like his time schedule has been very, I don't want to say touch and go, but like that's his priority, which I completely understand. I'm not coming in front of ASAP Rocky. Sometimes you just gotta play your role. So like, that's the homie, and like he working with me. So like, and we've been working for years now. So like, whatever time he has available, cool. I appreciate it. So we got a EP coming out. It's probably gonna be 3 songs, 3 or 4. It just depends. If we finish another one, but we got YG Tut from Chattanooga on there, which I'm very excited for people to hear that. And then what else? I'm working on an album. I've been working on an album at the crib for the last like month or so, and I'm doing this thing where I'm mixing like I wanted to. Trying to see if I can actually talk about this yet.
If you gotta think that hard, I wouldn't
No.
say nothing.
All right, so this next album though is like super important to me for some reasons that I can't necessarily say, but it's probably going to be an album that's going to be put on a much bigger scale than my last albums. If you could read between the lines there.
Yeah.
I wanted this album to be a tribute to the things that I grew up to. So my dad used to play a lot of, soul, a lot of oldies, as we would call it, growing up. And my older brother played a lot of Atlanta, a lot of southern trap music. So like I wanted to put those worlds together. So taking trap and like black exploitation, trap exploitation, so like that's truly what the Big Bank Bobby character is about. Like I'm kind of evoking like that that era of like black exploitation from the Superflies and the Mac, and how I've just been even like speaking on the records really kind of invokes that. So that album, The Ballads of Big Bank Bobby, is gonna come out sometime this year. I got some mixtapes as well that I'm working on, just some Lucy stuff, things that like we can't get cleared. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that out there. Like I got a joint that's produced by Chuck English from the Cool Kids, but it has like this Ozzy Osbourne sample that we're never gonna get cleared. So like that's going on a mixtape, So I'll have that out probably sometime before April. So yeah, those are the string of things that we got coming. Yeah, it's gonna be a cool year. It's gonna be a cool year.
Well, I appreciate you for coming on. I mean, we had a late start. A lot of little technical things.
It be like that sometimes.
Well, no. Well, that was the point too. Is to really, not for nothing, but I'm with people I'm comfortable with right now. So I would be embarrassed really, because I was already kind of like already there, like a little bit. Like my temperature was rising. Right. So I was already hot when I got in this room. So now I'm trying to like calm myself down, and I'm already with people that I know even me out, balance me, so that, because now we know we got to come a little early and block a little early. And then we should be fine. But, I mean, and then figuring out all the other technical stuff. So I think everything's going to be all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the studio. It's a great studio.
Yeah.
It's really nice. It's so shiny. Yeah. It's because it's new.
Because it's new. It got the new sheen on it,
Yeah, see? You smell it. It's so new and shiny. But anyway, so we're going to close. But then I guess I'm going to have to start doing I can do a pre-recorded intro and put that with the music. And then a pre-recorded outro. Put that with the music. Yeah. Because I'm never going to... See how you had that? Nah. I'm never going to remember that shit like that.
But I mean, I just be practicing.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not.
I didn't even do that because I have like a whole like when I'm like in the crib doing my like Big Bank Bobby videos, and there's a whole like hand motion that goes with it too. Because
why we didn't get the whole hand motion? I like to be touched. Can we get the whole hand motion? Or do you use the fingers and the thumb? How you do it?
Ma'am. This is a Wendy's. It was wild and right.
What? Oh, I'm just saying. Oh, yeah. So, can I get the hand motion? Do it. I want to see. Look.
Do a hand clap. It's your boy Gats. GAT $. Don't forget the $. La Pina in the flesh. Super Saturn because you point to the sky. And then Fidel Cashflow. This is me showing the spread. And then Big Bank Bobby.
Yes, I see when you do that. See, I won't remember. Bro, come on now, let's be honest. Me, it's not gonna happen. I don't even remember if it's the throat goat or the goat throat. Sometimes I just get them wrong, and it's both. It's both me. So it don't really matter which one comes first, as long as the goat comes last. But we're gonna talk about that another day. So I'm being nice. I did really good. I'm very proud of myself. I'm going to get back into it. So I do need to practice some because, I'm rusty. I don't know what rusty feels like. So I'm feeling it now. But we'll get to it.
That's why I rap every day. You got a lot of people that are rappers. They say that they're rappers. And then it's like, all right, yeah, well, I'm gonna go do this whatever project for months, or I'm gonna take time off or whatever. Like, why the fuck you taking time off from something you love? That shit don't make no sense to me.
Yeah, I know.
It don't.
I'm guilty.
It don't. Then I'm looking at you. I'm gonna look at you crazy. Like, okay, yeah. You rap, all right. And it's not even to say like, oh man, like you don't have to necessarily put projects out or put songs out or whatever. Like, hey, if this is your passion and you just at the crib and you just working on it and you just, hey, like I make music for myself, more power to you. I love that. I love when somebody has a thing that just means something to them and it makes them special. Like wrestling is special to me. Like I love wrestling. I got in the ring a few times. Like I've been able to go like to a training
Who the hell you
school.
was in the ring wrestling with?
My homeboy Lee Moriarty. Shout out
Friend,
to
that's it.
shout out to Lee. Actually, what's crazy is that like he not even really my friend. He is my friend now, but like I didn't link up with him because I was friends with him. I was friends with his girlfriend, and I was like, hey, blah 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 blah. Nah, like for real, like no bullshit. Like that's the homie, and she was like, I was like, yo, I really want to do a music video, da 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 da, where like I have a wrestler, and she's like, let me ask Lee, and I'm like, bet, because she's been in wrestling school a few times, just like trying to be a manager. So she asked Lee. Lee was down, and we got into a little back and forth on Twitter about it, da 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 da. Kind of set up the whole thing and shot the music video. But I say all that to say, like, I love wrestling, but like that is a thing that is for me. Like, if I never became a wrestler, it's fine. Like I enjoy it. Like that's the passion to it. So if you are a rapper, you don't necessarily have to be a rapper for the masses. You don't have to be a rapper in front of crowds. You don't have to go and do festivals or whatever to validate your status as being a rapper if that's what you love to do. You know, if you want to be inside the crib and you freestyle every day or whatever, like that's cool. It's just weird to me when people who are out in front of the masses, people who are trying to get onto these shows and do XYZ, want to take breaks for no real reason. Like that's weird. Like I remember when I was getting sick really bad and I was talking to Wilson, and Wilson was like, yo, you can't do this in and out shit. You either gonna be in or you're gonna be out. Like if you want to be out, cool, be out, stay out. If you want to be in, man up and deal with it. Because I was having a lot of frustration where it was like, I feel like my body can't keep up with what I want to do. And he was like, you just gonna have to figure that out, you know? Because I was at the crib on chemo, not being able to perform, but I was still writing every day. Like it was still there. That passion was still there. So you just man up and do it, you know?
Making me feel bad now because I've been asleep for 6 months.
Look,
I just been laying down, man. I've been tired, boss. I really been tired. I'm getting old, and y'all young people, I can't keep up with y'all no more. This bitch was drunk as fuck last night and woke up this morning like, good morning, sunshine. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I want to go back to sleep, but I had something to do today. I got up.
look,
Got myself together.
that's what it is, you know? Like at the end of the day, like if this is important to you, you're gonna make it important.
Yeah, well, I'm about to make it important. Get out of these people's shit for they charge me another $50 goddamn dollars. So we're gonna wrap this shit up.
Yeah.
And I'm hungry, boss. Let's go. So you can say your outro.
Absolutely. Once again, you can find me at all social medias at GATS813. My website is the same, GATS813.com. And thank you for Robin, the last album that we put out. Still on, DSPs and all that. Go listen to it. It's pretty cool. It's probably my favorite album that I made thus far. It's my last independent album, so like I'm pretty excited about that. It was kind of the end of the era for me, so yeah. And till next time, Tampa.
Yes, till next time. Thank you for coming. You're gonna help me with my outro because I want one of those. I want to be shiny. No, we don't want that. No, we don't want that. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. Damn, I don't want that.
It didn't work anyways.
Yeah, I don't want
I just
it.
want to push the button.
Why you just want to? The shit should just burn up your finger. So
Now I know I recognize you from.
So we're gonna chop all that up now,
Yeah,
and we out, right?
yeah.
You on?
Everybody loves sunshine. Everybody loves sunshine.